I mean, I know it's the one time, but
Hey! Foxy Rox is in the house, and she's present, and she's here.
Roxanne showed up to the party already wasted.
Could I trouble you for an autograph? My wife is a huge
Oh
fan.
my god, of course. I don't need a man to kill for me. I was voted best female serial killer of 2004. I'm sort of like Dexter, but sexier and more vagina-y. That's
Oh, thank you for coming.
Of course! It just makes me so happy that you're finally doing something with your life.
Oh my god.
Heather and I are besties.
I hate that. Because she's a...
So good.
Excuse me, are there any more cupcakes left? If you would love to try one.
Darling, I'm so sorry they're all gone.
That was the last one.
That Yuri, she really gives me the heebie-jeebies. It's not just because she's Asian. There are other reasons.
Thank you guys for coming tonight to the release of my book. I know what you did last summer, and that's why I married you, the Heather Bradford story. It has been a tough transition going from hot teen virgin to hot wife virgin. But it's been... Hey! I'm still tugging. Hey!
I also have a huge announcement to make.
That does this every time.
I wrote the introduction to Heather's book. Surprise! Another surprise is that we're sharing the cover.
Fucking...
You're welcome.
I hate it when two white friends fight. Who do you root for? You know, it's like South versus South.
Come on, double homicide.
It was all working out. I was about to kill that fucking...
Heather, you should kill me. It'll help you with your book sales because I'm so famous.
And then I realized, I can't kill that fucking... Because that fucking is my best friend.
Oh my god, thank you so much for not killing me.
This party got so lame. Thankfully, Yuri saved the day. That sassy spirit fucker.
He's so much.
Leave it to your A to make the whole thing about her.
Hashtag face eating.
Where's my eye? Oh Lord, save me, help me. This is my bedside. Did anyone call 911?
Typically, I don't kill virgins. I kill girls that have had sex. If her hole was filled, she's getting killed. If she's taking a bone, she's getting a tombstone. Up the vajayge, she's feeling my rage. If her box is taking a pound, I'm putting her in the ground. If she's taking in the ass, she's getting a pass.
I apologize, sir, that I did not warn you ahead of time. I realize now I'm a child. So, welcome to adulthood. So that's that crazy show. But that was really fun to make. We had Harley from Epic Mealtime. I don't know if you guys are fans of that at all, but he was amazing. And Zach Pullman played Tucky, and he's so funny. That dude. I mean, there's so many outtakes with him that are so hilarious. But that guy's gonna be all over your television, film shows.
Television films?
Television and film shows. He just booked a huge show on NBC. Anyway.
So once again, we can look forward to that.
Oh yeah, so the actual episodes, not that this wasn't an actual one, but the episodes will air on the 23rd. So this first one will come out, like I said, it's going to be a shortened version, and then every week after that. So the 30th will be the first like brand new episode.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but we had a lot of fun guest stars. We had Chris Hardwick came in and played with us, and Isaiah Mustafa played with us, who's the Old Spice guy. He was awesome. Nicholas Brendan, I don't know if you're Buffy fans, but he plays a really fun recurring character through the series. So yeah, really excited about the show. It should be fun.
That does look awesome. I'm not expecting half that stuff in there. So, does anyone have any other questions right now, or should I go ahead and start fielding some more?
What's one story, and this can go for either of you, of maybe a fan who told you about how they related to the show, or how maybe they were able to kind of embrace real life by, the lessons that they learned from the show? So that's really was kind of the crux of the whole series, the characters really learning how to interact with real people. So did you guys get any feedback from fans on that?
Tons. Yeah, I think that the reason why this show is successful is because it was so it was an authentically born story for Felicia. I mean, she was a gamer addicted to World of Warcraft and decided to turn it into something productive for her. She was like, I feel like I wasn't being creative, I was just sort of playing someone else's creation. And so along the way, the nice thing about World of Warcraft and these other MMOs are that they're community-based games, and ultimately I think the reason why, besides the awesome game graphics and the things you can do in the game, is because you're meeting people that change your lives and affect your lives. They become your friends and your family. And so she told that story. It was her story, and a lot of people connected to that. And so I've had a bunch of fans come up and say, like, unfortunately maybe, that they identify with my character or whatever, and say, like, it's definitely, I think that I can't remember anything specifically. The ones I remember specifically are the ones that are like, this happened a few times. That, like, I was in chemo or something like that, and the show, like, helped me get through chemo. It was like the one thing that I was looking forward to every week, and the DVD that I'd play over and over again. I have those shows, those comfort shows, or movies that I watch when I'm, like, feeling bummed about something, and to be a part of someone else's comfort show is like, there's nothing better than that. That's the pinnacle, I think, of being in this field at all. Not the money, not the fame, but like to actually affect someone, have someone come to you and tell you that, like, yeah, you affected my life and so positively.
No, I totally agree with you. What were we talking about?
Talking about how,
Oh.
Hey, Amy, are you awake?
No, we always have people come up to us, right? That are like, I know someone like you, I know someone like you, I know someone like you. So yeah.
People that
specifically
that they are just as bitchy as Tank.
Yes, plenty of people.
Well, I think Tank's thing was at least like wanting to be anonymous, right? Not wanting to be a part of the crew.
Yeah.
And wanting to have your own life and just play the goddamn game.
Yeah,
right?
totally. And I mean, I'm not a fan of the show, I'm in the show, but I feel like Tink's journey on the show of like being like anonymous and like not wanting people to know like her real life and all that stuff and just play the game. I totally went through something like when I was in college, like I just wanted to be in college. Like I didn't tell any of my friends or like peers that like I was doing the show and like that I wanted to be an actor, like any of that stuff. Like I was just like a normal student, and like people, like randomly people would come up to me because people start talking about the guild in classes, like media classes and whatnot, and they'd be like, so I was in my some class and like this professor started talking about the show called The Guild, and like he like pulled up a thingy and you were in it, like what the fuck is going on? And I was like, oh, it's just this thing, it's like whatever, like don't tell anyone, kind of was what I was doing for like 4 years. And like literally in college, like only like 4 of like my closest friends knew about the Guild, like, and that I actually wanted to like pursue acting and stuff like that. So and obviously now I tell people I'm an actor because I was like, if I want to be an actor, like I have to embrace the fact that I'm going to be an actor, and I have to be proud of it. Like if you have something that you want to pursue and that you like, you have to be proud of it. You have to be able to project that to people, or else you're never gonna be successful. Like, I figured I probably had that weird stigma, like going into auditions, and that's gonna hurt me. So now if I meet someone, I will proudly say, hello, I am an actor. And before I totally didn't do that.
I feel like you're hitting upon what a lot of people have a hard time admitting that they are writers, actors, creators, because they don't want to be, like, it's so presumptuous to say that you're that, especially when you're not necessarily making your living off that. You know, you're like, okay, you're just struggling to get by, or you have another job, or you're in college, or whatever. You don't want to be like, yeah, I'm an actor, F you, or have that, like, sort of brashness. So it took me a while, actually, to kind of admit to the world that I'm like, yeah, I'm a writer, director, creator, actor. Actor is actually pretty low on the list for me personally, but it's like it takes some time to build that confidence, and I think it's the sooner you can get it though, the better. I mean, if you write anything at all, you are technically a writer. Like whether anybody reads it or not, if you publish a blog, if you've written, you created your own story, you're a creator, and the sooner that you can embrace that idea, the more fruitful I think it will be for you in the long run. So, any other questions? Yes. Purple lipstick. Say again?
Did you actually learn how to fishtail?
I did learn how to fishtail braid. Not very good at it to this day. I mean, we can try later if you want. Should I try to bring your hair up here and we can try? I don't know if I remember. This is weird, but I used to braid my mom's hair a lot, just regular braid. So I have some braiding experience. Okay, I wasn't like a braid virgin or anything. And thanks, Mom. Why am I looking up? She's alive. What? I didn't hear what you said.
Careful, I will take you up.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll see what my girlfriend has to say about it. Anybody else? Yes.
The music videos you guys did, which one was your most favorite to produce?
Oh, okay. What was your favorite?
My favorite, definitely not the last one. Maybe, probably Avatar. I mean, learning like choreography and actually doing like dancing was fun because I used to be a dancer and I. What?
I get it.
Wait, what happened? Who was it?
Collection agency? You in debt, sir? No, I'm just kidding.
Putting it down. Yeah, Avatar was fun because I got to dance and I used to dance and I liked it and I missed it and it was cool.
Yeah, and you're a hell of a dancer. That was another thing that we discovered, that you were a dancer. And then Felicia was like, oh my God, we gotta get you dancing. So then that was the reason you were leading the dance troupe in that video. Dance troupe. Whatever you want to call it. Dance flock. A murder of dancers. Yeah, so for me it was the Bollywood video because it was sort of like, that was my idea. So that's why I like that one. Like while we were on the set of Avatar, I was like, we gotta do a Bollywood one. I mean, Slumdog Millionaire just won the Academy Awards.
I'm Indian.
Let's exploit this. And so, and plus I thought it'd be just fun to sort of, I love jumping into a genre and sort of exploring it. That's kind of why I want to do Real Housewives. I don't watch Real Housewives, ever. In fact, my research for this project was absolute hell on earth to watch episodes of Real Housewives. I was like, oh man, this show does better than all of our shows? Good God, gross. Okay. Teach their own, I guess. But it was fun to sort of dive into the sort of parody aspect of anything for me. I love doing that. So Bollywood was really fun. And to be able to, I wrote that with Felicia. And so whenever we get to intimately write something together, that's always a blast. Put our brains together. So yeah, that was my big. We're gonna answer all your goddamn phones. Anybody else? Yep. Triangle box head. What?
I know you've been asked 100 times, but did you guys have to audition for the Guild, or did you just know her beforehand?
Did you have to audition? You didn't have to audition.
No, I knew Felicia. We did. I would. If she had made the audition, I wouldn't have done it at the the time, I was not an actor. I wasn't calling myself an actor. I was doing improv. I was doing improv to help me with my writing, to help me with my directing. I figured if you're going to direct somebody, you better have experienced what they're going through when they're on the other side of the camera, or acting at all. So I was like, I'm going to do improv just to kind of get my feet on the, my feet wet in that whole world, and so I can tell people what to do properly. So I'd done a bunch of improv with Felicia at this little theater called the Empty Stage. That's where I met Jeff Lewis, Mike Rose, who I mentioned earlier, played Valkyrie, Neil from The Legend of Neil. So all these people that I worked with all came from this theater. Shut the fuck.
Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my god, that scared me. Oh my gosh. Whoa. I'm awake now. Fucking shit.
Oh my god, there's diarrhea everywhere.
I feel so good. I feel so much better.
I feel bad. Anyway. What was I saying? Before I got in a rage. So anyway, for me, it was, if I had to audition, I never would have done it, but Felicia was like, hey, I wrote this role for you. I want you to play Zabu. And I was like, okay, are you sure? I'm just not really into acting. And she's like, no, you're an actor. And so when Felicia tells you you're an actor, then you
become a fucking actor.
You become an actor. Okay, well, this person that I think is so funny and so talented tells me that I can do this. It gave me the confidence, and I was like, all right, I'll come on and play and see where it goes. I mean, at the time, we had no idea it was going to be as big as it was, so it was just sort of, another fun project with friends.
Cool.
You auditioned?
I did audition for it. My agent sent me on it, and it was, I didn't know what YouTube was at the time, and so...
Pretty new.
Yeah, at the time, yeah, it was very new. I didn't know people watched videos online or any of that stuff, so I got the email, and I don't even think it said it was on YouTube, it said it was a pilot. And when a new actor sees an email for a pilot, you automatically think, oh, it's a television pilot. It was one of my first acting auditions, and I went in, and I only had to go in one time, and I read for, I think Felicia was there, Kim was there, and Teal was there, who played Venom. She was there, I guess her and Felicia go way back, and she was helping out or something. Then I did my audition, and then I booked it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this was so easy. I'm on a fucking TV pilot. This makes no sense. And then it was not. They were like, well, it's unpaid. It's not paid. And I was like, how does a TV pilot not pay anybody? This is so confusing. And then I got there, and then I found out I was on YouTube, and I was like, oh, what's YouTube? And everything was just like, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just like,
How old were you? You were like 17?
I was 18. The table read was like the day after my senior prom. I was so hungover, and I was like, why am I here in this lady's kitchen? I just
So just a lesson to all you kids out there, drink, go to prom, and then...
Go do a free gig.
And go do a free gig, and your life will change.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom.
Cool. So how much, we got 8 more minutes?
Yep. Yeah. And,
Oh, you have a question?
sure, because it looks like the room might be stalling out a little bit, so I'll help them out.
Oh, she's not stalling, she's going.
Oh, yeah. All right, well then, let's go there.
Sandeep, in the convention season, who was your favorite celebrity to meet?
Man. God, you love these picking favorites things. Like, is there an issue with your family? Let's talk about this. Do you have siblings? Do you have some...
I'm sorry, I'm the favorite child.
Okay. Oh, you guys are siblings together. Okay. Yeah, it's obvious.
Together.
Siblings apart.
Siblings together. Sometimes I just keep talking until I stumble upon something interesting or funny. So who's my favorite? God, do I want to go with the racist Kevin Sorbo? He dug his own grave. Great guy, that Kevin Sorbo. I had a great time with him. He's always nice to me.
Even though you were Indian, weird.
Even though, no, I think he's got his political views, and he's very vocal about them. Anyway, but he was super nice. I learned a lot about, it was great to be in the presence of Hercules and watch him. It was awesome. to watch him get beat up. He was so funny because he knew all about how to take a punch and how to, he's like, I've done this a million times, I got this. And he's like telling the guys how to hit him and so that he wouldn't actually get hit and he could, physicalize it so that it looked like he was getting his ass beat. He was a blast.
I liked your scene with that writer guy.
What that? Neil Gaiman?
Yeah. I liked it.
I love me some Amy. Neil Gaiman, yeah, he's amazing. If you're a Sandman series fan, or Neverwhere is actually my favorite of his books, personally. That was awesome to work with Neil Gaiman. He's an immensely talented writer. So to have him also be really funny, and I was like, is it cool if I improv? I kind of improv a lot. He's like, oh, whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Respond to it. However you want. Yeah, fine, no problem. He's quiet and kind of dark, but also really sweet, And so he just rolled with it, and he was so funny. He had so many little funny additive lines. I can't remember which made the cut and which didn't, but Neil was also awesome. And then Stanley. I mean, I can't pick, okay? Can't pick. Stanley was.
I remember you were so not upset, but very frustrated and bothered and all hot and bothered by the fact that you had to wear your butterfly costume in front of Stanley.
Yeah.
You were not happy that you had to do your scene in that butterfly outfit.
That costume wasn't boner safe, and I didn't know.
Stanley is also not boner safe.
Stanley loves the women. I mean, come on. If you're in your 90s and you're still hitting on women, good on you, man. Awesome. That guy loves life, which is why I think he's kicking. So it was great to work with that legend, and he was nothing. They were all so. That's the thing about our show. It doesn't pay very well, so anyone that would come on our show was doing it because they were having fun. There's no other reason. If you're not getting paid and you're not having fun, you don't do it. So the fact that we got all those people to come on for, forget their rates. Their rates weren't even close to, maybe they probably got a gift bag or something. I don't know. It was incredible. It was incredible. So, so everyone was a blast to work with because they were just there to goof around. It was great.
Any other questions?
Any other questions? Time for probably a lightning round.
Have you ever met Bruce Campbell?
God, I would love to meet Bruce Campbell. I have met him, but not I met him when I was in college. He had just written the book If Chins Could Kill, The Life of a Bee Actor, which is a great book to read if you're I'm a huge Evil Dead, Raimi fan. Army of Darkness specifically that's the movie that I love the most. I watched them in reverse order. So I got to meet Bruce Campbell. It was just a autograph signing thing, and I remember I was super nervous and had him sign my book, and he wrote shop smart on the book, and I was super stoked. And then I was like, oh hey, if we invited you to the college, would you be able to come and maybe speak or sign at my college? And he was like, yeah, no problem. Boom. He gave me his email address. Bruce Campbell's email address. I was so excited. And I emailed him we tried to actually get it going with the college. And his rate was a little out of our league. The college, so annoying. They ended up spending, it was for this Ivy Film Festival thing, and I was trying to get Bruce Campbell to come speak there. And they had some money apportioned for it, and I remember they were like, oh, we're gonna bring in Oliver Stone for 14 grand, but Bruce Campbell wanted 5 or something, and I was like, I think people would be maybe I was just speaking for myself really, but I was like, Oliver Stone, who fucking cares? JFK got shot, we get it. Too soon. That's my but it was cool I got 2 emails from Bruce Campbell. I gotta find that account and see if I can find those emails.
You need to get him on the guild.
I know. Well, the guild is dead, but but something someday. Yes, I would love to get. Oh my God, I would love to get Bruce Campbell. If you know him,
get him on your show.
Nice about me.
And I think one last
finale question.
And if no one can think of anything, I got one. So, yes, no.
Going once. Yeah, go for yours.
Oh, well, one. I don't need a mic.
I want to ask you a question about your incredible facial hair. And is it sculpted?
No, this is how.
That's how it grows.
I do not shave. This is just how my
You
facial
have
hair grows.
so your Fu Manchu
I have a
is
Fu Manchu.
just it's just
all
a
natural. I'm seriously,
natural Fu Manchu.
I'm looking forward to getting older because then I can totally pie me this shit.
Yeah.
Like seriously, right? Like
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I know. When it gets like
Why
all
do you
white,
have to-
long.
Oh, just because it's asking white, but you can grow it out.
Oh yeah, no, I can grow it out. This is like actually only like a month of not touching it. I guess.
A month?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I don't know if that's
This
long
is
or
like
short.
this is a half an hour.
Yeah.
In the middle of this
You're
panel.
talking to an Asian though. Body
Yeah, yeah.
hair, body
It's not a
facial
thing
hair
for
is
you.
not really a thing for Asian guys. Like it's really not. I'm actually surprised I can grow any. I have a brother who like he has like the pencil mustache and that's it. Like he can't grow anything else.
Yeah, you're lucky, man.
See, at first, I do have to say that, yeah, at first it was like, I had to learn to embrace the food. Like, it really was. I was like, can I have a mustache?
You hated the food?
Yeah, I hated it at first, and then, of course, like, as it was growing out, I was like, you know what, I'm getting compliments on this. This is okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And then everyone, like, says, like, everyone who has seen it, they're like, oh my God, you're so Asian. I'm like, well, thanks. I mean.
I hate it when people say that.
Yeah, right?
They'll look at, they'll see a
Amy
picture of
understands
me and
me.
they'll be like, oh my God, you look so Asian here. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm
How the hell
fucking
else am I
Asian.
supposed to
Yeah.
look?
Oh
Like-
no, Amy, you look super black here. Like what? Like, do I ever look not Asian?
Yeah, no, that's like.
People say that
that's
all the
seriously-
time.
You need to contact BuzzFeed and have like a, you know, the BuzzFeed like
Oh, yeah, the
things
list.
that's Asian, list of Asian
I mean,
things.
it's just that one. It would be like a list of one. Like that just. Even my boyfriend says that he'll be like, "Oh, you look super Asian in this picture." What the?
I no, like another one is
Maybe
another one
reevaluate
that-
why he's your boyfriend.
No, I mean it's fine.
Like Amy, you've never gotten somebody coming up to you and be like, "Have you tried dog?" Or
What's
cat?
dog? What? Oh, the food.
Yeah, like food.
The,
just
as
like
a food.
Yeah, like I get
No,
that
that's kinda
all
weird.
the damn
Really?
time.
I mean, that's just weird. That's just strange.
Wait, you've never gotten that, Amy?
No, I haven't. But you know, I've gotten like, "Oh, where are you from?" And I'd be like, "I'm from Torrance, California."
Yeah, I get
And then
that.
they'll be like, "No, but like, where are you like?"
Yeah, I like that.
Torrance, California. But you know, like where?
Yeah.
For
Oh,
future
Why this?
And where did that come from?
Why are no?
What?
So for future reference for the audience, I would have to say the politest way as well as the most entertaining way to ask this question is, what is your Asianality? Just saying.
Yeah.
That one is.
What a
that
great
one is the
lesson. We should really end on that.
easiest. Yeah. Okay.
You want to ask your last question?
Oh yeah, sure.
Going to
But,
overtime?
Yeah, we got time. So it's like a 30-minute break in between here. So if you wanted to bleed over, that's fine. But
Okay. I do have to pee, so let's do this question.
I guess it's a real simple question. So
Great.
I would say that both of you are nice, and like I would say you have notches on your belt, but you're also, I want to say, fresh and upcoming too with stuff. I would have to say or ask really, like, what's some good advice that you would leave our audience with like if they really had a passion for this kind of stuff, do they just keep going for it? Is there somebody that they should talk to, or you know, something like that?
Yes, talk to the master of creating internet content. His name's Jim. And
The webmaster.
what's your advice? You go first.
My advice? I mean, wait, pursuing like acting or just like anything in general? Like life?
I'd probably
Keep
say,
living, don't die.
That's great advice,
Keep
don't
breathing.
I gotta put that in my notes. Sorry, hold on.
What do you mean?
Like advice for like, you know, places to start, you know, things
For
that
acting.
Yeah, for acting. For you, for acting, and then I think you're in more directing, so that would be advice for that one, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's for acting.
Advice for acting. I don't know.
Get
I
drunk
mean-
on prom night.
Yeah, go to prom night, go to some random person's kitchen, like read a script that that she wrote.
Embrace diarrhea.
Embrace diarrhea, a lot of it. It'll make you look good on camera. And no, I mean, you get rejected a lot, so I mean, I guess you have to like somewhat like yourself enough to not kill yourself by having people tell you no all the time.
I don't know why she was cast as Tink.
I don't fucking know. I mean, I feel like I probably wouldn't be like pursuing this or like still doing this if I didn't have like good like friends and family that like love me even though I suck. You know what I mean?
You don't suck. Stop.
I mean, sometimes you suck.
Stop
Sometimes
it.
you come home and you feel suck, and then there's a lot of sucking happening. And
I see why your boyfriend sticks with you.
there's a lot. Okay.
I like the loved ones thing. I think for me, it's been about changing my intention. This is gonna sound very self-helpy, but for me, it was stop trying to get money, stop trying to get fame, because even if you have all of that, and you're not happy inside, and you're not loved or loving all the time, then it's all worthless. I mean, if you look at where God bless him, I got to work with Robin Williams before he passed, and he had everything. Guy had everything that we get, and he's the pinnacle of our career. Like, if you could want a career and you didn't want Robin Williams's, then I don't know what you're doing this for. So to me, that was a real, a life lesson for me. It was like, oh, okay, it's not about that. You don't take any of that shit with you. Ultimately, fame and fortune is, it's kind of meaningless when it comes down to it. So you've got to pursue your passions because you love them. And I think that, so my goal is now not what's the job that gives me the best money, what's the thing that gives me the best opportunity to become famous or anything like that. What am I going to have the most absolute fun doing surrounded by people that I love? So I just try to surround myself with people that I love all the time, whether it's work or play. So because when I do that, work becomes play. I mean, I love that petting, so that's why Amy gets cats. But it's true, because if you're always like looking at, oh, but I'm gonna do this thing because in 5 years it's gonna make me famous, or even 5 months it's gonna make me famous, you might get hit by a bus fucking tomorrow. So what is 5 years, 5 months, what does that stuff really matter? What matters is, let's have a great day today with the people that you're working with right now. So that's been my compass. And that's why I take on a project like this, Real Housewives, is because I get to bring on my crew. I don't get paid a lot, my crew doesn't get paid a lot. We just love working together. It's like a family. We've been doing it for 10 years. And I get to, and Bria is a lover, she's awesome. And Kevin Pereira is a lover. Like, these are people that we've become great friends. And so it's like, that's all I want. If I can get my next meal, and I have a roof over my head, and the people that love me still love me, those are my 3 tenets. If those things are happening, there's nothing to worry about. Everything else is gravy. And so that's my advice, is to try to keep that in mind, because that's the most important. And diarrhea is awesome.